first opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. To the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, check out, street.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now. A great start to this AFC title game. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now a give to Jacobs running right. Room here to run. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 33 yards. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders 7, Colts 0.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
19 Tiger, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check back, check back. Check contact, check contact.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3-and-out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3-and-out. I went 3-and-out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A give for Taylor running right side. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. They'll look to throw here. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's got room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They run once more with Taylor. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
19 tight.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This is taken at the 15. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Hurts throw taken in by Adams. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 83 yards on the ground in his first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Dragon 60.
On play action, they'll throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. On the left side, he finds Beasley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Check pass, check pass.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Right there, right.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Pierce. There's some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I know a coach told me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he gets it down to the 32. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Oh, he shifts past him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Back to Taylor on first down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is second and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, into the hands of Woods. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Check contact, check contact. Lion.
Second and 6. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. The point after is good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Hurts. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
19-5.
One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Jacobs going to try to mill it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. That's complete right around the 8. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now they'll send the tight end in motion left. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Ready, break.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Number 17, Colts 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.